7.9, your best choice.
Chicken say, oh, it's so cotton. Oh, it's so bossing. They got nothing to say. Shooting your friends, boom, got everything, everything. But I want everything. Sometimes I think it's fun. It's time to be positive. Not the miles, what you need, then you change. Go to money, what you got to for me. What did they say? And they got nothing to do. Like, they can tell you that what no, the fact that I would not keep that stuff. You go, on the floor, tell them everything, every song that we do. Let the all day, don't know what to do. Let the money spend, yeah, let them play. Chicken stay, oh, it's so captain. What chicken stay, oh, it's so Boston. Chicken say, oh,
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime and report it, don't tell her in your hand for the authority. Tell it can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us. Bring the scepter to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see you must talk it. I mean you che. You work for your safety. If you see don't keep it. You must part of report it. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior. Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior. Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Free Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512-379, 0777-512-379, or 0777-255-030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Rabbi, why you taking it?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Dad, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk.
Yes, indeed. We are your cheaper retail and wholesale store, Exodus Best Price Store there on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. Have brought into the country for the very first time Pina Coco. Pina Coco is a drink that is made for extra strength. All right. And those of you men out there, please take advantage for peanut cocoa is the newest to hit the LIB market. And folks, we say a big thank you to the sponsors, Crime Stoppers Liberia and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, together with Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Old Road, Smart Road Junction. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the program from the Pre News. And I'm here. My name is Wendell Nimne. I'm here with Gus Coleman this morning. Gus, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Wendell. This is Gus Coleman. Glad to be here. How you doing?
I'm good. And you?
Oh, I'm good. Can't complain. Just early.
I know.
We're here.
I know. All right, so that's the voice of the man Gus Coleman there in Chicago, Illinois. And Gus and I will run the show up to 12:30 this afternoon. So let's bring you stories we have for you this morning from the online version of Front Page Africa and the Daily Observer newspaper. All right, so let's begin with our very first story this morning. And it says here, Samuel Twe and co-defendants seek dismissal of corruption case and citing national security concerns and lack of evidence. Former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and his co-defendants are seeking to have the corruption case against them dismissed, arguing that the charges are politically motivated and lack sufficient evidence. The motion to dismiss, filed on Monday, February 24, comes ahead of the scheduled juror selection for the case. The defendants, including former acting Minister of Justice, Councillor Nyanati Twan, former FIA Director General Stanley S. Ford, former FIA Comptroller D. Moses P. Cooper, and former National Security Advisor Jefferson Campbell, face allegations of financial misconduct involving the Financial Intelligence Agency, FIA. The charges stem from claims that over $1 billion Liberian dollars and $500,000 US were transferred from the Central Bank of Liberia to FIA's operational accounts without proper documentation or oversight. However, the defendants strongly denied the accusations, asserting that the transfer were legitimate and authorized for national security purposes. In the motion, the defense team argued that the case involved sensitive national security matters, which should fall under the jurisdiction of the National Security Agency rather than the criminal court C. The defense maintains that national security concerns are outside the scope of judicial review. The defense team maintained that its argument is supported by the National Security Reform and Intelligence Act of 2011, which establishes the National Security Council, NSC, as the highest advisory body on national security matters. The defendants contend that as members of the NSC, that's the NSC, they are immune from disclosing sensitive information related to national security, and that the investigation into the financial transfers was politically motivated and inadequately handled. Concerns over lack of evidence and documentation, the defense also emphasized that the prosecution has failed to provide clear evidence supporting the allegations of financial misconduct. They argued that no formal requests or directives were made for the transfers, and that there is no evidence showing the funds were misused. Investigations have not proven that Minister Twe personally authorized the disputed transactions, and the lack of documentation and traceable records cast doubt on the legitimacy of the case. The National Security Council of Liberia was created by an act of legislature in 2011 for the purpose of protecting the national security interests of the country, specifically Liberia's National Security Council, in the highest advisory and decisional body on national security matters, that as agent and advisor to the President of the Republic and the National Security Council. The movements exercise discretional authority in matters critical to national security and governance. And NSRI of 2011 prohibits from disclosure of any information that come to them by virtue of being members of the National Security Council. Despite claims that Councilor Nyanti Twan received the funds, the prosecution has yet to provide clear evidence on how the funds were spent or distributed, further questioning the credibility of the case. Political motivations behind the charges. The defendants argued that the charges are politically motivated, alleging that the investigation and legal actions are part of an effort to discredit and tarnish the reputations of key figures from the previous administration. The legal team claims that the government is using the case to settle political scores rather than address legitimate financial crimes. Citing legal precedents, including Nixon v. Fitzgerald and Brian v. RL, the defense asserts that national security matters should not be subject to judicial review and that the judiciary should not be involved in such cases governed by national security laws. The defense team is now awaiting a criminal court C. George Roosevelt Z. Woolley on whether the case will be dismissed. The court has already ordered the Ministry of Finance, the Central Bank of Liberia, and the Financial Intelligence Agency to provide key financial documents related to the transactions in question. However, the government has yet to produce these documents, casting further doubt on the validity of the case. As the motion to dismiss is reviewed, all eyes are on George Woolley's upcoming decision. If the case is dismissed, it could send a strong message regarding the handling of national security matters and the need for transparency in high-profile cases. Well, folks, that's it. Let's get to another story here. Let's take this one. Okay, let's get to this story. Okay, let me pop this out. And this is our next story. It has to do with the so-called majority bloc. And it says, House majority bloc to hold new elections for ECOWAS Parliament representation. The majority bloc of the 55th House of Legislature will conduct new elections for the country's representatives at the ECOWAS Parliament on Tuesday, February 25. This election will replace Liberia's current delegation to the regional body. The ECOWAS Parliament, a key institution of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, serves as a forum for dialogue and consultation among West African lawmakers to promote regional integration established by Article 6 and 13 of the ECOWAS Treaty. It allows representatives to discuss and agree on matters affecting the region. The decision to hold a new election followed concerns raised regarding the selection process and adherence to ECOWAS protocols. During a session on Thursday, February 13, the House addressed the matter, which led to the announcement of a call election to replace the current ECOWAS Parliament members. Montserrat County Representative Honorable Samuel Anders, Bone County Representative Honorable Muhammad Breaks Mensa, and Nema County Representative Honorable Tai Wongbe. The move to replace the current representative came after a communication from Honorable James Colley, Bong County District Number 2, and Honorable Johnson Williams, River G County District Number 3, calling for the immediate withdrawal of Liberia's current delegates from the ECOWAS Parliament. In response to the decision, Nima County Representative Tai Wongbe, one of the members said to be replaced, rejected the move. On social media, he stated, they can never take ECOWAS until 2028. They can never take ECOWAS until 2028. They like it, they can fall down and die, but they will not get it. Those were the assertions made by the district, that's district number 2. Okay, this dude is from district. Tai Wongbe is from which district in Nima? Is from district number. Okay, now Representative Tai Wongbe, one of the members, said to be replaced. It's from Nima County, and he is saying they're not going to take. They can never take ECOWAS until 2028. They like it or not, they can fall down and die, but they will not get it. All right, so let's move on with more stories. We are right here on the online version of Front Page Africa newspaper, and let's take another story here, and this is something. Okay, let's get to this one. It says here, despite government rejection of K-Power D, Finance Ministry reports US $374K spent in fiscal year 2024. The 2025 approved national budget has come under intense scrutiny following the revelation that US $374,379 was allocated to the Turkish car power ship deal in fiscal year 2024. Despite the government rejecting the agreement, the amount listed under the outturn section on page 278 of the budget has raised serious concerns about how the funds were used. The dubious budget line. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning maintains that no disbursement was made, raising concern on how it was spent, why it is listed as an outturn, and if it was indeed disbursed, where did it go? A senior government official with knowledge of the car power discussions revealed that while a US $6 million allocation originally intended for the Liberia Electricity Corporation was reallocated, the 374,000 remain. The reallocation, the US $6 million, but left the US $374K for the Liberia Electricity Corporation, LEC, which was never disbursed. They cannot claim it as an outturn. If they claim that it was an outturn, then that means they used the money for something else, but not for LEC, the official said. The Car Power controversy. Car Power, a private Turkish company, operates a floating power plant, has on several occasions engaged the Liberian government to operate. The company is currently operating in several African countries, including neighboring Sierra Leone. This is not the first time Car Power ship has surfaced in Liberian government affairs. In 2024, the Turkish company engaged 6 African nations, including Liberia, in discussions about expanding its floating power plant services. However, the deal collapsed due to widespread criticism, with opponents arguing it only offered a short-term fix to Liberia's long-standing energy crisis. Despite the public backlash, Power executives formally pitched their proposal to the Bouaka administration. The Turkish company's proposal, a letter dated February 15, 2024, obtained by Front Page Africa and signed by Emre Domosoglo, Africa Regional Director of Car Powership Global, outlines the company's proposal to supply electricity to Liberia. Our fleet of Powership, composed of 36 assets with an installed capacity exceeding 6,000 megawatts, offers a wide range of capacities from 30 to 500 megawatts. On February 5, 2024, we had the privilege to introduce our company and Powership solution to His Excellency Joseph Bouaka. Based on discussions and technical site visits, we agreed on a potential location and further project details. Domosoglo noted that Liberia Electricity Corporation and Car Powership Global, DMCC, were expected to sign a term sheet, which will pave the way for immediate implementation of the project. Several of President Bouaka's key advisors were copied on the letter, including Sylvester Grisby, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Samuel Kofi Woods, National Security Advisor, and Moni Kaptan, the CEO of Liberia Electricity Corporation. Why did the Bouaka administration push a rejected deal? A similar attempt by the Weah administration to introduce Car Powership was met with strong opposition from international donors, including the Millennium Challenge Corporation, the Norwegian government, the European Union, the World Bank, and the German Development Bank. Donors warned that the project could jeopardize Liberia's energy sector reforms and discourage further foreign investment. In a 2018 letter from the partners, including the then U.S. ambassador to Liberia, co-signed by the ambassadors of Norway, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Germany, Sweden, and the European Union. And the country director of the World Bank in Liberia addressed the then Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Samuel Twe. They warned the government of serious repercussions Liberia could face if the Car Power deal was ratified by the legislature. Collectively, these international partners have invested over US $825 million in Liberia's electricity sector, supporting projects such as the Mankofi hydropower plant, the power transmission and distribution, training at the LEC, and the completion of the CLSG network. Key concerns raised by international partners. The letter highlighted significant financial and managerial challenges facing the Liberia Electricity Corporation, which, if unaddressed, could undermine the sustainability of Mankofi hydropower plant and other energy sector initiatives. Among the present concerns was the Liberian government's failure to settle its LEC utility bills, a situation that deprives the company of essential funds needed for basic operations, including customers' connections and servicing. The most contentious issue was the government's proposed 10-year power purchase agreement with Car Power, which the international partners described as counterproductive to LEC's long-term sustainability. And folks, let's get to more stories. We are running you through the online version of Front Page Africa newspaper. Too many interesting stories. Let's get to more of them here this morning on the program from the print news, brought to you by Crime Stoppers Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. But let's take this story. Let's get to this story. And very interesting. Let's get to this story. We see the photograph of the Minister of Finance and Development Planning. He's been flanked by his deputies. It says USAID freezes 51 million in Liberia development projects. Sad news for our country. Liberia's Finance Minister Augustine Gaffouin has announced that the United States Agency for International Development has canceled or frozen several development projects in Liberia worth around 51 million. These projects impact key sectors such as health, education, elections, and domestic revenue collection. In a statement before the Liberian Senate Ad Hoc Committee, Minister Ngafoue explained that the number of canceled projects has increased, with 3 more confirmed during his testimony. The government is still assessing the full impact of these changes. Some of the affected projects include a 2.9 million infrastructure project for water and wealth, a 185,000 community monitoring project through an NGO, and a 90 million project aimed at improving the Ministry of Finance monitoring and evaluation systems. The largest affected program is the 23.4 million education system strengthening project, which was designed to improve the country's education system. Liberia. Other programs affected include a 15.9 million project for elections and democracy, and a 17.9 million project for local empowerment and decentralization. And Gaffouin noted that the freeze could hurt Liberia's goal of raising 1 billion in domestic revenue, as the local tax system transition project was heavily supported by USAID. Additional cancellations include an 11 million fund for COVID-19 awareness and immunization, a 20 million school feeding. Wow, sad time for our country, folks. So that's it. Great loss for Liberia. $51 million. All the projects have been canceled. Sad time for our country. You know, when these kind of things happen, you know, it put, you know, family out of jobs. You know, parents are now struggling again. You know, those who had these contracts, they will now face some financial, you know, crisis, because they themselves, they got their own responsibility to take care of. So all of these contracts have been shut down by USAID in a tune of $51 million. $51 million. That's a huge amount. You know, such money, when it was, if that money was pumped into the economy, you know what it would have done for our country. But this is a sad time for our country, man, Liberia. Let's see what we can take 1 or 2 more stories, and then we catch up with our break, come back and take our talking points. All right, so let's see this story. This one, it says, okay, President Waka commits to transforming the armed forces into a regional power. That's another story here. The president has committed himself to transforming the armed forces of Liberia into a regional power. How is he going to do that? We are going to watch and see what is going to happen in the next 4 years. So let's move on. Let's move on. We got more interesting stories to share with you, and let's bring you this one. This is President Bouaka signs 3 executive orders and raising implementation concerns. President Joseph Nyima Bouaka on Monday signed 3 executive orders, a move that has left many Liberians questioning the implementation process. According to an executive mansion press release, the orders include Executive Order number 141, mandatory firearms registration, Executive Order number 142, streamlining revenue collection on international travel, and Executive Order number 143, protection of Liberia's beachfronts, waterways, and wetlands. Mandatory firearms registration. Executive Order number 141 mandates the registration of all firearms in civilian possession to strengthen national security and public safety. This order comes in response to the growing national security threats posed by illicit firearms, including military-style weapons, which have contributed to rising incidents of armed violence, armed robberies, and other criminal activities, the executive mansion stated. The proliferation of unregulated small arms poses significant risks to Liberia's peace, security, and economic development. Under the order, all individuals in possession of military-style weapons and single-barrel guns must register and obtain a permit and license from the Liberia National Commission on Arms, LINCA, and the Liberia National Police, LNP, within 12 months of the order's effective date. So we got up to next year, February 24, to regularize our status. Those are for you in possession of firearms. You are asked to register your firearms. The order, all right, aligns with Liberia's commitments under international and regional arms control agreements, including the United Nations Armed Trade Treaty and the ECOWAS Convention on Small Arms and Light Weapons. Executive Order number 142 suspends the goods and services tax on international travel services and replaces it with a fixed level on airline tickets for passengers departing Liberia. The decision is part of the government's commitment to strengthening revenue mobilization while addressing the persistent challenges associated with the collection of GST on airline tickets, particularly those purchased online, the statement read. The new measure aims to minimize revenue leakages, ensure a more transparent and efficient collection process, and sustain economic growth. And lastly, Executive Order 143 underscores the government's commitment to protecting Liberia's natural resources, mitigating environmental degradation, and ensuring public health and economic sustainability. With growing concerns over pollution, erosion, and climate change, the executive order seeks to curb harmful activities that threaten marine and terrestrial ecosystems, the statement added. President Bouaka emphasized that unchecked encroachment and pollution of wetlands, waterways, and beachfronts pose significant risks to both the environment and the livelihood of Liberians. While the executive orders aim to address key national challenges, concerns remain about the enforcement and the government's ability to implement them effectively. Well, folks, those are all the stories we got to share with you this morning on the program from the Pre News. Let's go and take word from our sponsors. And when we come back, we will join our man Gus Koma to give us his own side of some of the stories we brought you this morning. So let's catch up with our break, and then we'll be right back.
Chama musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Tell it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you cheche. You work for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. You must part of report it. Crime Stopper, get people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it before them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of our. Crime Stopper, get people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it before them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of our.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it before them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of our. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it before them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of our.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bushra Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512-379, 0777-512-379, or 0777-255-030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Robbie, why you taking it?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Thomas now going deep and deeper.
Okay, folks, it's good having you back. And at this junction, we now leave the shores of Liberia and send controls to our man, Gus Coleman, there in Chicago, Illinois, the USA. Gus, you've been there sitting, listening to the reading. Which of the stories caught your attention? Let's hear from you. Gus, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Okay,
Yes.
let's hear from you.
Yeah. So we're gonna discuss. Let me just talk about a few things. First thing is the firearm issue. I'm really opposed to this. I don't know what your take is, but I am opposed to it for one simple reason. Liberia has no mechanism in place to track anybody, to do anything with whosoever gonna go register. Liberia don't even know who their citizens are. Let's be honest, Wendell.
Mhm.
We just came from war still. You can say what you want to say. All the vigilante justice you guys have going on in that country. Do you know why most people don't just flash arm? Because they know there's a law against it. Yeah, somebody's gonna say people are hiding it. Yeah, let them hide it. But the problem is this. We cannot. So if a policeman stop me and I have an arm, how do they verify that I'm qualified or certified to carry that arm? You know,
Mhm.
do we really have any system? We don't even have system in place to control who car is registered or who car isn't registered in the streets. You know, you can't track those things. I mean, these people we are the dumbest educated people. We don't put in any system. We just move. I don't get it sometimes, Wendell. I seriously don't get what go through the minds of our people that are running these agencies that refuse to put the building blocks in place to move this country forward. I mean, I even hear about how they're trying to collect revenue, streamline revenues from blah, 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 blah. You have not put in any system in place for you to be able to collect revenue, okay, from everything that's happening in this country. This is why we're struggling, Wendell. Again, these people have lived overseas. Wendell, the government of America or my state or my city does not have to chase me to pay taxes on any goods and services that I do because the system is in place. When I go back Canada, the state is the first person to get their money, their revenue. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The business entity withdraw the taxes directly from our purchase. It goes to the government without government even asking for it because there's a system in place to be able to do those things. Today, you go in our country, there is no functioning website. There is no data statistics for anything. How in the world are you going to let people now, all of a sudden, be allowed to go register weapons and this and that? You know the essence of registering those weapons? The reason why other countries do it? Because they can verify them in real life. We can't do that. We can't even verify our citizens in real life. That weapon we're going to verify now. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, man, I don't know what's wrong with us. One day we'll have a leader that will come in and say, listen, we got to build a house from scratch. And if we don't build a house from scratch, we will just keep guessing and guessing and guessing. Again, I was one of those boys that was a little kid. Every time I saw an airplane, I said, the white people wicked. Today, I'm not that same Gus. I am part of the wickedness that I used to think about. I'm able to make those things happen. But it was the opportunity to see that if these chances are given, you're able to do those things. So I think that executive order, our citizens should not be welcoming it because it is an executive order to protect the elite. That's what I'm going to call it. Okay, people have been trying to do this for a while. I got friends that will come to Liberia. Oh yeah, I got my weapon, this and that. Well, if that's really what you want, is Liberia safe for me to have to go there? You know? So I don't know. I'm just telling you guys, you can regularize it, you can do whatsoever you want. It's only allowing people that have weapons to go out to the government and give the government small chunk change, but the government and no police officer is able to see me in the street with my gun. And now, how is a police officer even going to enforce any law? When they see me with my gun, they can verify it. If my mouth shot, especially me coming from America, what the hell are they going to do to me? They can't do nothing, Wendell. Can you? I mean, do you see the point, Wendell? Can any police officer verify, even when your license, if you took your license from another car and put on your car, they can't even tell the difference until they ask you for document. And even now, while they're asking for the document, you get them $5 US, they'll let you go. Then we're gonna now allow people to register so you can run around with weapons in that Liberia left and right. It's a joke, man. These people need to be serious. But I know they ain't serious. And then we go to the power issue. Again, the government, even the CDC government, and now this government, our ineptness in wanting to fix the issue is why we're here. Again, Wendell, every government institution today could power their institutions with solar. Easily. Every single building could be powered by solar. Then guess what? The dam could now start providing for faraway places or for customers, you know, private uses, because some of the private people can afford their solar installation or whatnot. Imagine we started from there. We can reduce some of that power issues that we're having today. But they will have to take money from the lawmakers to be able to do that. They would take money, gas slip from the executive and all those people for them to be able to do that. Look at even internet service. Why isn't there internet service provided at the legislature? So when they go there, when they're working, there's Wi-Fi there for them. When they go home, they provide their own Wi-Fi. The government should not be providing Wi-Fi from them when they leave their offices. So look how much, Mr. Finance Minister, instead of us going and praying, those are simple things. I'm not even a finance guy. The only finance I know is to run my own household. And that's what I love about America. I can talk about finance because guess what? Every day in my daily life at home, I have to be able to be the finance minister of my household. But again, the people are not serious. The people sit down in classroom, they regurgitate information, but they have no real life experience. And this is what I truly believe: we're not able to implement anything. We're not able to move our country forward. And the only way we're going to move our country forward is for us to really take serious actions to build fundamental institutions or fundamental processes for the beginning of repairing or fixing or doing whatsoever you want to call it to move this country forward. Electricity is never going to be fixed if we ourselves do not handle ourselves. If we continue to just call somebody, do this for us, do this for us, guess what? You become enslaved to that person. Okay, there's a simple principle in loaning money in that we learn. Those of us that understand money and like to play with money is when you credit for somebody, you are enslaved to that person. It's the same thing. If everything we do, we have to sign a contract with somebody. When a person ready to go, then we're enslaved to them. But when we start doing it ourselves, we're not enslaved to anyone. But for us to do it to us for ourselves, maybe we need to have executive orders that say, Mr. President, going forward, we're going to have electricity provided to every single government institution via solar panel. It does not cost more than 20,000 in this America. For me to have somebody to put solar on my house, right around $20,000. I can reuse it and send extra power to other people. What's wrong with a whole country? A whole country. I ain't saying one person. We cannot use the $40,000 that we give lawmakers for vehicles to be able to provide solar energy to the legislature, to the executive, to Lands and public work, the various schools, MCC schools. Look, we can do it, but we have to have leadership that see it. Okay, and Mr. Gafoua and the finance ministry, if we really want to collect information right now, where's the finance ministry website? If we have something where all these simple businesses that you have today that are registered are able to collect money every time somebody have an electronic transaction, your share of percentage or taxes is immediately deposited. How are we going to do that? We can do it. Even the airline they're talking about, when people buy airline ticket. So how are you even tracking all of those things if you don't have a mechanism in place where all of those transactions come directly to you instead of somebody collecting it by hand? And then when they collect it by hand, instead of getting 100%, you're getting maybe 60%, 40%, because the rest of it is going to be divided amongst everybody else in the process of truly putting in the country coffers. So, I don't know, man. I'm really, really sick of this country. We don't want to progress. You look at Ghana, you look at Sierra Leone, you look at all these places. One of the first things they did, they hire nationals that could do those things that I mentioned today. But you look at our hiree or our hired employees, they're all political heads. They have nothing, no experience to be able to change, to really sit up and challenge somebody and say, look, for us to change Liberia, we have to take these drastic steps. None of them will. Because you know what they care about? They care about their levels. They want to change their levels. They want to be able to have a car and go to an entertainment center. They want to be able to have free data. They want to be able to have those things that are just temporary, because after 6 years, they will be like Jefferson Koji, Sekou Kolasco, all the other people that was in office, because, again, you go back to a normal person. Are we going to continue to do that? Or are we here to grow and continue to maintain our status and not just change it every now and then when we're in power? That's my take, Wendell. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gus. And fellow Liberians, that's it. The President of the Republic of Liberia has issued Executive Order number 141 mandating every citizen to have a gun, but you must make sure your gun is registered. The president is saying that we should register our guns. If we have it, we shouldn't keep it at home. We should get the license as a gun operator. Whether we are trained to it or not, once we have it in our possession, we should make sure it's registered. All right. So in the kind of country where we are illiterate, the envy and jealousy, small thing, people can just get vexed at you for no reason. Even if you're driving your old car, people envy you for that. Then the president is encouraging us in this country, where someone only know A to Z. The president said we should carry a gun. So if you get your brother in the army, he got 2 to 3 guns, you can go and beg him for one, give you that gun, you go and register it. So if you and somebody making flour tomorrow, they get vested, you're running the home and go bring gun to shoot you. That's what the president telling us. In this kind of country, my people, if you allow every citizen to carry a gun, will be more than America. Will be more than America, because would you get vests? With some people that were making up vests, would you go there in a restaurant and say, oh, he just entered that restaurant there. Oh, he just entered that bar. My gun on my side now, I got a license to carry my gun. So you piss me off, I just go in the restaurant or whatever, I shoot you. If I ain't really certified, I shoot other people there and end up shooting myself. Why the president telling us we should carry a gun in this kind of country where people are still traumatized, where people don't even know their left from right. Then you're telling every citizen it's mandatory. That's what the president is saying. It's mandatory that if you have a gun, you should register your gun. You go to the Small Arms Convention, you go to the Liberia National Police and say, my name is Mr. X, I do have a firearm, and I've come to register my firearm. They're not going to ask you that question, how you got the gun, how long you been having the gun. No. Whether you've been having it for 20 years or whether you've been having it for 50 years, or the idea is that they want you to register the gun. So in our communities, my people, take for instance, in our communities, the place we live, it will not be small thing if everybody get gone. You know what will happen? Every morning you wake up, you hear say more than 200 persons die. And when you go find out some of the things that caused the death, oh, the man accused the other man. The man said the man was loving to his girlfriend. Yeah, king, he jumped from his room, he shoot the man. The other man said he saw his girlfriend standing talking to the man. Yeah, jump on his shoot. So even who Samuel Kofi Wuzo, you the security advisor to the president. What are you people telling this president? What are you people telling this president in this kind of country where the illiteracy rate is so high, and you are encouraged in knowing the fact that a lot of people got families abroad? Then call your family and say, just sneak one gun into the barrel for me or into a box for me and send it, because the president said we all should carry a gun, but we should make sure our gun is registered. So you know what I mean? Everybody in the country get gun. You got 75 or 90% of the population carrying guns. You know where we'll be heading to as a country? Do you know what we're going to be heading to as a country? Even the security people that got guns in the community, look at what they can do. They're shooting at people. I don't talk about where civilians carrying guns. What will happen? So yeah, one day, policeman, civilian, the shooting, army man, immigration man, everybody will just be shooting now. Everybody want to test the gun. Oh, you get your gun, you want to test your gun, you're not going to test your gun on animal, you test the gun on human being. Somebody made you vest, you get lost from the scene, when you come back, you're firing. So, Mr. President, I don't think this move is a very good move. I remember when President Weah spoke about us being our brother's keeper, a lot of us went about politicizing that statement from the former president. Oh, the president say, everybody, you security for yourself. The government gets security for you.
CCTV, and they even complain about that.
Yeah. CCTV and all. They say, oh, it was a bad thing. But today, when something happened here at Freedom FM, the first thing they will go to all the people that ran Freedom FM here with CCTV. But man, you hire CCTV on this time of the night. Let's see what happened. So you see the importance of CCTV. It even helped the government with some of their investigation. But the issue of gun in our country, the kind of minds we have in this country, the way people are so desperate, or illiterate society, and you're telling them to carry guns. People will just kill people for nobody being in the country. I'm telling you. Because my gun is registered, I pay taxes to government for my gun. So if somebody come to my house and make me vet, it won't cost me rain for my children and things like that, I just go for my gun, I shoot you. Now what President Barker telling us, more carry gun so we can be killing each other. Mr. President, it's not a good move. There are too many challenges we have in this country that you need to focus your direction on and encouraging Liberians to have guns and have it registered. We're still talking about water. We even get good water in our country to drink. We even get electricity. It's not stable. Electricity is not stable. The people that are our partners that are helping us, some of them are pulling out because they're seeing the way how you people are carrying the country. The total disregard for the rule of law. So you're encouraging more violation because, I mean, you know what it means when somebody have a gun? When somebody get gun, you're not present there. You can't even talk for long because you be scared. The policemen or the army men or the civilian, the other security apparatus that are carrying guns. Small confusion in the area, they can run inside and go bring that gun to shoot somebody. Before I'm talking about everybody in the community, almost everybody in the community get gun. One morning we wake up, all over the place. So this move is not a good move. Liberians, we are not ready for that. We are not ready for that, Mr. President. That you're encouraging us to get a gun. That move is not a good move. Let's use the few minutes we have and take calls and go from here. Fellow Liberians, you listen to the reading. The president have issued executive order number 1, mandating everybody who have weapon to make sure your weapon is registered. If you don't have one, make sure you get one and register it. That's what the president is telling us. So let's take a few calls on this. It is 0776 104 104 086 500 104. The female line is 0770-297-016. And if you're outside Liberia, you want to call us, you can use the WhatsApp line to call. +231 86 500 104 is the WhatsApp number to call. And those of you watching us, drop your comments. We'll read them out for you. Let's talk to our first caller. Hello? Okay, let's get on the line now. 0776 104 104 086 500 104, and the female line is 0770 297 016, and the WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. Let's talk to you. Hello. Hello. Yeah, hello. Welcome to. Yeah, hello.
us on video. You must tell you that you are very for the people. When you get ready, we will know.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take this person. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, you are live on Freedom Radio. What's your name and where you calling from? Let's hear you, Darlington.
All right, thank you very much. But you know the violence already in the country too much, and the president telling people that I beg you, yes, and rather the president go back and rather the president get on. You just find this doesn't happen, and community that rather more happy, then the people come increase. So let the small arm company people explain to people how they are who entitled to carry arm, how you should be, your age, or whatever you carry the arm. So maybe so go there like in the street, you go down and carry the arm. Happy. They also issue you of those who don't look at. They put out everything they have on you. Also, somebody making argument for land video, they run to the house, they start firing all the way to video in the land, but run away. I think it's something. Maybe you check it out. I can't say it. If I say, I can jump over your boss, you're trying to video, but what the man, I see you over here.
Oh, yes.
So I bet I beg you. To go down and explain to all who intended to carry arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The man said maybe me a bagger man making plan or Real Madrid man. Yeah, run yourself like going all the man, he beat me already, then you want more at me. Wow. Well, bagger said my real. Let's talk to you. Hello. Yeah. Welcome to the show, sir. Your name and how you where you calling from?
Thank you so much. So this is Sherry, of course. I'm Sherry. Sherry is going on to say Sherry.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thanks so much for the topic on discussion. This other order what the president has done to us is not good for a winner. Because in the community, we all we don't want to have in the community at times. The issue of violence is too much. People killing people and nothing coming out of it. And the president is coming to tell us that every citizen should be able to get one gun and register it. It's not good. Because the killing in the community will be too much. People will just come out as my brother register. The car I was saying just now, people are called. Sometimes you have just be making confusion as you get go home and that. I just take away and shoot you with my gun register. That one I kiss, it will not go anywhere. The person goes like that. So we want for the president to take it back. We are not going to carry going in the community. So thank you. Thank you so much for winner.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Yes, boss. Good afternoon. Young money inside them, my people. Don't wait there. Let me tell you my song. They're not easy.
I know.
When you are telling people this thing that you shine your eyes on, they see you doing your eyes. You see, something to pick it to see everybody.
My Helena, when you get money, buy one gun, I will teach you how to shoot it. I know. Thank you. Let's go to the overseas line. We have our brother JK calling from the United States. Joe, let's hear your contribution.
Yeah, how you doing, Brother Winnell, and to our Liberian people? This is Joseph Carley calling from New York. I'm telling you, man, every day that we get up, there is something funny that will happen. Are we serious? You talk about these are the solutions for guns? The way you telling me, like, people eating a mommy, the man will put food on their table for their children. This is what going to pay their school fees. Come on, man, let's be serious, man. You guys are not serious. Instead of talking about what we have in Liberia, but finding solutions that guns you're talking about, that the only thing you gotta do. Come on, man. Let your own men be serious with the Liberian people. Look your sleeve up and get to work. Tell your people to get to work. All the money and the thing you're talking about, all the money you were spending in our hotel and then writing check $446,000 going to renovation of building for how they call it, the international ministry, and people buying cars. Yeah, the reality is sitting in now because the Gafa was there at the time. The international community was hearing everything regarding the healthcare, education sector. They didn't know it at the time. They were enjoying. They were there, enjoying themselves with all that money. Now the reality has sit in now because when George Weah was there, they were like, oh, yeah, they're seeing in the morning, they do it. The $16 million now they talk about, I think they're falling, right? Because they're not talking about it, so they should be able to use it. And then talk about the men went to China, they were, I don't know how many billion that's supposed to come. Now they're supposed to use it for the Liberian people to benefit. We're not here to come be talking about guns. The money is so no money, no little children are there going to school, no school fee. School buildings are leaking. They don't have feet to sit on. Those are the things we need to be talking about instead of you talking about guns and things around here, man. Is that the thing we're talking about? Now you're making more people angry. You're not doing the right thing for the Liberian people. Then you're talking about people holding guns. Nobody cares about guns around here. We want safety for our people, man. We need food. The people need food and the children need education. Thank you, Brother Winner. God bless you all, man.
Thank you, Joel. Thanks for your contribution. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Hello.
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you join us from? Oh, my man, why you put your hands so? You called it. How do I? What the man talking? I just can't understand. What are you saying? Regular caller? Do I know who's regular caller and all of that?
Neither, man.
Your number not saving the phone, my man. You ain't got nothing to do. Just stay up the line, man. Don't come and put bad feelings in people here. Let's talk to this person. Let's get you on the line. Hello. Yes. Welcome to the show, Hussein.
Yes, this is Hussein Kew, and I call you on Afghani.
Hussein, the president say you can carry a gun. I should carry a gun. Every other president should carry a gun. But when you make sure our gun is registered.
So, Mr. Newland, that is a misinterpretation of the president and the entire government as it relates to the proclamation.
Please interpret it for us.
Okay, it's good you've called to interpret it for us since we misinterpreted the president and the rest of his folks. So, what did the president say, Hussein?
Yes, so thank you. So, the security apparatus, the NSA, and other security
man, go to the
effective resource. Noticing that private citizens are holding firearms. So that research was done and recommend to the president office through the security advisor that we should call on people who should not be carrying firearms. For example, I'm Hussein Kew, I'm a politician, not be carrying firearms. We're not naming as a journalist. You should not be carrying firearms. But for example, like you run the security, institution. For me, I believe you should get a firearm. Like some of those guys who are in private security areas and have their own private security.
Hussein, stop.
Hussein,
stop for a second.
Hussein,
Hey, Hussein.
Hussein, just
Hold on.
listen to your radio. Listen to Gus, and
Yeah,
after Gus, I will come.
let's have a dialogue here, because you always come on here and try to pretend that you're supporting something that you know of. Okay, so you are telling us, everybody listening, the entire.
Hussein, are you getting Gus?
No, I'm not getting God.
Are you not monitoring your radio?
No.
Oh my man, then how you gonna get?
Yeah,
But Gus,
no,
go ahead. I'll paraphrase to him. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Hussein, here's the thing. First of all, your line of talk does not make sense, because there's no way there's going to be an executive order for only a certain group of people, right? And in the executive order passed, there was no line that stipulated
Exactly.
only certain people should be able to register. It
Don't
says
worry,
citizens
just
are
be there.
allowed to. So please, man, don't come on here and try to turn this story. Hussein, just
So
go doing your job.
Hussein, Gus is telling you that there is nothing within the president executive order that stated a certain group of people, the ones who will be entitled to carrying firearms. All right, it's an open thing. The president is telling us it's mandatory that you have a weapon, but make sure that weapon is registered.
So in a right, the president is not setting Liberian citizens to carry firearms. So if there should be
who's that Guineans is telling to carry firearm, or the Ghanaians is telling to carry firearms? Who is he? Who was
register now?
No, we're not. Who was the executive order issue for? According to you, you say well issue for the certain people, right?
Yeah. So the executive order issue for certain group of people who are entitled to carry firearms, and not because they are entitled, but the commission of they will regulate and determine who carry firearms. Nobody is, we say the firearms, the person that says you carry firearms.
Hussein, man, Hussein.
There's a government entity that's responsible to regulate.
Hussein, even your government institution announced yesterday. So go sit down, man.
Hussein, you better go back. Hussein, I want you to go back and read that executive order with comprehension. And digest it to your own. You just that read and digest it to your own understanding. No, we're not. No, Hussein, let us not go back and forth. I think you.
So just to end on this note,
yeah.
If people say that the president is instructing to carry firearms, there is institutional follow to it. So if any attempt to do so, you'll be arrested and you hold and facing the law. That's it.
Thank you, Hussein. Thank you for your contribution. Let's leave it there. I don't want us to go back and forth, but that's your own understanding. All right, you go listen to your own security people then. Hello.
Now.
Yeah, how are you?
Thank you for the show. You can't blame the brother. Every individual that is in position must defend their position in government, especially. So the man is right. And that was the right statement you told him. Anyway, I'm E. Ebenezer, the realist Sengbe, phoning from down 24th Street.
Okay.
The fact to me that the president has made that declaration public. He did not specify into that publication whether certain people or you are not a military person, a security personnel. No, it was not being mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But he said everyone in the Republic of Liberia should carry a firearm. It indicates that this is no longer protected under the leadership of Joseph Boakai.
Exactly.
So we got to be very careful here. We got to be careful as citizens of this nation. When the former president of this seat, he told us that to have a CC camera. That was a warning. And this same warning is coming back over and over, telling the Liberian people that we make a wrong choice. And in this situation at this time, where of course the president is now telling the Liberian citizens and it's public that we should be in defense of ourselves. There's no need to make an argument here. They left with the citizens to decide. All of the people that are in position, they don't care for the commoners. So we just got to be careful, because with this pronunciation, it means that every community, every sector within Liberia will have a vigilante.
And this vigilante will surely defend the community and the people surrounding that community. I'm quite sure this is what the president needs us to do because we have no safety anymore. We have no safety anymore, brother. So you can't, don't blame him. Tell him to go back and read with comprehension. Because some of us went to school, we read, but we can't comprehend.
Thank you, Ebenezer.
The fact remains that if our president needed to protect our citizens, he was going to be specific and only security personnel. Security personnel will carry out, and that will be what controlled by the small arm group. They will justify who's supposed to carry the arm. You're talking about armed robbery. You're talking about day-to-day armed robbery that will take over the city. Right now, you see the condition of the people. What will you think if some of the guys that we know, they hold arm in their hand?
Thank you.
You know what will happen in Nigeria?
I know.
So sad for us. We just got to be careful. Even you walking on the street,
Thank you.
you have to be careful who to argue with and who to talk to.
Thank you, Ebenezer. Thank you so much. You just spoke my mind. Thank you so much. That's very brilliant of you, Ebenezer. Let's go to Masisi. Masisi, let's have you on the show. Go ahead. Masisi.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You get me?
You are loud and clear, Masisi. Let's hear you.
Okay. Let me say how to God in the diaspora and la broadcast in the broadcast all
Good
over the
morning.
world. Look, when down, what you will get from Wuti Kew, that little boy, what you get from him? That man will die with Baka. You understand? He will die with Baka. Anything you do, that man will come in defense of lying down. You know what the president said? I see what Mama said it from that man, that's talking about don't side. You understand? Something him. I want to move from that man because nothing left on Mama said it for 12 years. You tell me for the 2 years, so you carried it to a boss about 8.
The man say you were not learning, you were parked for 12 years.
Yes, 12 years. The store in the you tell it all one carry more back. Oh, not this food I want to win there. Are you kidding me? The thing is, you're going to do the people, you say you're going to rescue her. You keep to rescue my city and the people alive. What are you talking about when you're buying business? Would you buy? You'll go for one or two with them. Oh, get a money back from. What is it? We are saying the security. Oh, no, be careful. When they sell it, oh, they're talking out of proposal. Oh, the message is spreading the post. So, my be a whole security. Well, what do you mean? See what really was saying it? When you leave your home, then I'm going to marry your place. I'm going to end up. Or you just leave your home like that. I'm vulnerable. You don't know what you go so happy to you. Then you play the government. But I'm giving you a bro. We're talking about so yeah. I'm robbery. The taking left your home. So, scout our own father looking for all the genetic that's going to eat. The poor good our home. They tell them more get. What are you going to tell us? So, get more. I was shopping in the club. And then you go to a worker. And you think we'll go back up. See how bro was so good register to carry away. We need food water. We're shopping. You say you're going to rescue, we need food. We don't want to say it to you. And you listen, you know, we'll say, when you got different nonsense there, we need food. We're suffering. Don't rescue us. You see, you have experience. So, you're telling you, they make their poster. What is poster now? We can't see the poster anywhere you go, so close on you. The little to them when you are sick here. You can't you treat them when you came back, you go to the enemy show here. So, the anywhere you go, we'll put it on you. You don't get to tell my boy, I'm feeling a piece. Just very sorry, we put it together. But you tell them to go back out. So, create more enemy say you're content. Winner. So, create more enemy say you're content. Then the last serious, let's pass it with the way in the street. They tell you that is our content. They leave our street, they do nothing for us.
Thank you.
So wicked to nobody the street. For what reason? Go back out. Who's taking out from? Who's taking go back out? What the money go back out?
Thank you.
Thank
you.
You don't get it. You can go back and put it on to protect what? Protect yourself. Protect yourself.
Thank you.
Who for us? Who for Labrador? Most of the street they protest the one that's up. Or you take it for the you go sell it. Who for Labrador people? Never they will let it halfway. So we take care that will work out, brass will work out. But they take coming for you. What my friend tell you say you are young man, you tell about so they can't get a job. And mama work, who take care? But anytime you go for a job, you will not get it. Because you see you do it. And now you do not to be like
Masisi, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Masisi. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take one more call and then we go. Let's talk to Victoria Tay from Minnesota. Welcome to the show, Vic.
Good morning, Mundial. This is Victoria Tay from Minnesota. Yeah, I just want to say something on the whole gun issue. I don't understand where the president coming from with this idea. I don't know the 50 years experience that one of the ideas that he took from my head. The hate that in that country is not a small thing. The arms are in the hands of different people. Different people. When President, we are talking about the CCTV in that when we took it out of context, the whole thing is go politicized it. Because we didn't have CCTV to the Capitol building that what today, they catching different people, then they say that they don't go for the Capitol building because we don't have no CCTV over there.
Exactly.
And then you coming out to say we should get armed. People should register their arms. Arms are already in the hands of the wrong people in our country. The country is full of with so much hate. People hate people for no reason. This is a disaster. Seriously. This is wrong. They may never should have said what he said. We got a lot of things that we need in Liberia that he's supposed to sign. They're getting order for. In after they're getting order for no money. He's signing a order for people to kill each other. What he doing?
Okay.
The hatred this man in his heart. That's why he didn't learn nothing from this woman. All the time he's supposed to learn from Eddie St. Johnson. He reported down things, then when he repeated that he had against her, he working with the same person. That the hatred in this man. George Weah took that man from the ground. When he came back, he went against George Weah today. That man is hateful. Joseph Baka will not do nothing for Liberia. Liberia people will regret the day and the meaning they ever put for that man. Thank you.
Thank you. And on that note, we're not taking any more calls, but let's catch up with our few comments. We have our commercials commitment in few seconds. So we will take few comments quickly, and then we come to Gus to close up. So let me see. Vinicius Bar is watching. Yasa Seri says he just come here to lie again. All right. Helena Wilson is watching. Pauletta Spencer Reeves is following. And he says, Wendell, there's executive order that is saying all citizens should register their firearm. It poses serious security threat to the public safety. But all I can say in my AB voice, we are getting there. Moya Sharifs is watching from district number 9, Sinka, to be precise, Matadi. Stanley Sharif is following. And so far, folks, we're running out of time, so let's get to Gus, and then we'll close up. We can get to the rest of the comments. We press with time. So, Gus, let's hear from you.
Yeah, Wendell, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Again, Hussein and guys like you, young people, be serious, man. The issue here is not personal. The issue here is this. The people that are advising the president are all well aware that the issues in Liberia they cannot handle anymore. Literally, they're telling people defend yourself. That's what they're doing. Okay? But what they're saying, that while they're saying this, they have no mechanism in place to be able to track people actively who owns weapons. So basically, we're just going to go have a jungle justice. That's all we're going to have. We'll argue over soccer, we'll shoot one another. We'll argue over a girlfriend, we'll shoot one another. EPS people argue among themselves, they shoot themselves sometimes 3 or 4, 5 times. You know, Army man, they shoot themselves. But I kind of like where we live now. So y'all have a great day, man. These people are on serious, but the worst part is they have on serious citizens in that country that will come on air like Hussein Kazulu or Kewu or whatever his name is, that wants to defend policy that does not make any sense. You know, if you support government, sometimes you just don't say anything. My brother, there was things CDC there, I ain't say anything. Or I'll go after them because I just didn't agree with it. I will not say anything. Don't say anything. But every time you have to come and defend something, my brother, one day you're going to be listening to yourself and you're going to be very, very surprised That's the only thing that came out of your mouth. Thank you, Wendell. Thank you, Freedom. Have a great day.
You too, Gus, and thanks to all of you. Thanks for taking up your time to be a part of this edition of the show. We'll be here, God's willing, tomorrow with the midweek presentation. Let me welcome to Liberia a friend and sister, Amelia. Amelia is visiting Liberia with her son, Sanford. I'd like to welcome you guys to the country. Hope you enjoy your vacation.